Good afternoon, everyone. Today we will study Stages of Human Development by Harlock. Let's begin. Stages of human development, as per Harlock, has been categorized into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 stages, in which the first stage is prenatal period. Let's study the prenatal period. Prenatal period is the period which lies between the process of fertilization till birth. Like we know, like when a child is born, before the child is born, there is a process of fertilization. What happens is that the female gametes and male gametes, they fuse with each other and create a zygote. That zygote later becomes embryo, and that's how the child is formed. So this prenatal period is a period that lies between the fertilization of male and female gametes till the birth. In this period, the development process is faster than the rest. And in this period, the changes that takes place during this period are, are only in physical nature. Like we can see in this image, here it is a very small zygote. After that, it develops bigger and it carries on. It goes on biggering day by day. This period is only of 270 or 80 days, not more than that. Let's go to the another stage. This stage is called infancy. This period lies till 15 days after taking the birth. Let's say that if a child is born on 1st January, 1st January 2022, then after 1st January, it will take 15 days. It will take 15 days when infancy will be reached. So we can say that this period lies till 15 days from the point of taking birth. In this period, child's care is taken by their parents. They take care of they take care a lot. In this, mostly in this period, the children are in the nursery. You can see in the image that a doctor is using the stethoscope to measure the child's heartbeat. There are various other cares also that takes place during this infancy period. Let's go to the babyhood. This babyhood period is from 2 weeks after birth till 2 years. After taking the birth, till 15 days, it will be infancy. And from 2 days after 2 days, after the 14th day, till 2 years, the period will be called babyhood. The period will be called babyhood. In this period, child is dependent on others during this period. It's obvious that child is a child. He will be dependent on somebody or the other. So in this case, the child is dependent on their parents or their siblings. And in this stage only, emotions like happiness, anger, love, hatred gets developed. As we can see in the picture, that both this baby girl and this baby boy, they both are, we can say that they both are in babyhood. And we can say that they are hugging each other. This shows that they are happy and they love each other. So this is the emotion that they have gained in babyhood. Let's move ahead. Now comes childhood. This stage is very important stage from the physical and mental point of view. Point of view. This stage is further classified into two. First is early childhood. Second is late childhood. In early childhood, Early childhood early childhood lies between 2 to 6 years, and later childhood lies between 7 to 12 years. So we can say that from 2 years to 6 years, children remain in childhood period. In this period, children become very cute. They act like a scientist. They ask great questions. They ask many great questions like, if Brahma created me, then who is the creator of Brahma? This kind of question they can ask. They become very curious. They become curious. That is, they are start asking questions. Now, one more quality develops, that is gregariousness. In this gregariousness, children like to play in group. They don't play alone, they play in group. We can see in this picture that I put that the boys are playing with each other. The one is climbing on the other boy. We can see here. Let's move ahead. Now comes puberty. Puberty is also called the bridge that connects childhood and adolescence. As we discussed, that the childhood period is from 2 years to 12 years. And puberty and adolescence period is from 13 to 19. So this is teenage. It's called adolescence. So after 12, in between 12 and 13, there is a stage called puberty. Here, it forms a bridge that connects childhood stage and adolescence. Duration of this period is very short, but it is very important stage from physical development point of view. Sexual organ develops during this period. In girls, puberty usually begin at the age of 11 to 13 years. And in boys, the puberty usually begins at the age of 12 to 13 years. Yes, the main 2 points are that it is a bridge that connects the childhood state from the adolescence, and the other one is that sexual organ begin to develop. Let's move on. Now comes adolescence. It is the age that begins at the year of 30 and ends at the age of 21. This is further classified into two: early adolescence and late adolescence. In this period, children are problematic socially and emotionally. Socially, um, they get a feeling of identity crisis. They start thinking that who am I? What is my position in the society? How am I to survive in the society? How will I make respect? And these things start coming inside the adolescent. And emotionally also they are disturbed. Like a lot of emotions come into them. They fall in love, they break up, they patch up. It becomes very difficult for them to behave themselves. Let's move ahead. Like if you can see here that the two boys and the two girls, they have come out they are doing party and they are clicking photographs. They may be discussing about their lives. They will be doing a lot of things. You know what I mean? Let's move ahead. Adulthood. This adulthood comes after adolescence. After we have grown up, like we have discussed till now that from 0 to 15 days, it is what? It is infancy. From 2 weeks to 2 years, it is childhood. It is what? It is babyhood. From 2 years to 12 years, it is childhood. From 13 years to 20 years, 21 years, it is adolescence. And now from 20 years, from 21 years to 40 years, it is adulthood. In this age period of life, what the man or woman does, they try to achieve the aims of life. For someone, the aim will be to become an IPS officer. For someone, it will be IAS officer. For someone, it will be a lawyer, bank, accountant, clerk. These may be the aim of the person. So what they do in this period is they try to achieve the aim of life. And also, man or woman, they get married to their crush. Crush is someone whom normally the people fall in love with. So normally it doesn't happen, but I have made it, I've kept it in the slide that it does happen. So what happens that man enters into the family life and after getting married to their crush. You can see here, this picture looks like a corporate company employees. Uh, they are very much happy. They're full of energy. They they have they have pursued they have attained their aims of life, and they are married. They are married and they are living a happy life. After this comes middle age. Middle age lies between 41 years to 60 years. During this period, a person desires to live a peace and calm life, and they also become socially tough and solid. Yes, like we have the example of, like we can take the example of potter. When the potter is making the pot in the initial period, the potter can be molded, but when it grows to some height, after that it cannot be molded. It just becomes tough and solid. That is the same case. In this period, they become very tough and solid. Like they will, in Hindi it's called Dadagiri. They will be very strict. They'll say, if I want this to happen, this should happen. This is what they act like. Here we can see the lady. She's in the middle age. She is in the environment. She wants to live peacefully and stay a calm life. All the ambitions, all the emotions, all the caring has gone away. At this age, she just wants to, people just want to live um, peacefully. That's it. This is the last stage of human. It's called old age. It starts at the age of 60 years and lasts till the age of life. Normally, the scientists have calculated the age lifetime of a person to be average lifetime of the person to be 60 years. But if let's say that someone survives beyond the 60 years, then that will come in old age. In this, what happens that our memory power deteriorates. We lose our memory power. We forget our friends. We forget everything. We forget everything that made sense to us when we were young, when we were in middle age, when we were in adolescence. Everything we forgot. So mental and physical health degrades. Like you can see in this movie, this person, that this gentleman, he has lived his whole life. Now he's waiting for his end to come. Now I've also waited for my end and it has come yet. So this was the last stage. Thank you everyone.